So what kind of gear do you use?
Right now, the type of microphone that I use is an MXL V69.
Okay.
It's a tube condenser microphone.
Okay.
But the insides are different. All the gear that I have here is all modified
Okay.
to have its best, performance possible.
Right.
So the insides of everything has been redone, has been completely gutted out and replaced with new things. So like the microphone, it's a tube condenser microphone. I changed the circuit boards in there, changed the tubes, and it sounds like gold.
Yes. What he just said, and the mic is gold.
The mic is gold, like literally, and it sounds like gold. The interface that I use is called a Sapphire. It's from Focusrite. I completely changed out the preamps, changed out the converters, the outputs, the combo jacks that comes with it. That's all been replaced. Got Burr Brown converters. It's been totally upgraded, and it's 192 kilohertz, 24-bit. So it's HD. It's really HD. But and I use a compressor, a Eureka compressor, Personas. It's an old compressor. They don't even make it anymore. But the insides have been completely done over again. And I use a Behringer auto compressor, Autocomp, and that's all been changed out as well. So like I said, everything here is at its best performance and quality possible. So, yeah.
So we know you do music. Mm-hmm. We know that you're great at what you do. You're excellent. You have great quality, clear digital studios is what it's called, and it's literally that from my experience and from others' experience. Yeah. I can vouch for that.
Thank you.
What do you think about the music of today? What do you think about the artists, the sounds, the trends? Because it is a trend, a lot of the music nowadays. Like, what is your input on that?
My true input, it's pros and cons to it. Mm-hmm. It's really pros and cons because we have to really think about the history of, I don't even want to say hip hop, we have to think about the history of music in general. Mm-hmm. Everybody has done something experimental, mm-hmm. Like Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry, he did things with a guitar that no one else done. Yeah. So a lot of people was like, you can't do a guitar like that. You can't do the strings like that. You can't do this. You can't do that. But there's no rules to music. The only rule is that it sounds good, mm-hmm. and that your fans or the people like it. Yeah. That's the only true rule to music nowadays. And we're not even nowadays, just period. Yeah. A lot of people have their own opinions, but my opinion, I believe that the music is going in a good direction, mm-hmm. but we just have to cipher out the good and the bad. Yeah. We just have to be honest with ourselves and say, is this music or is this just stuff that people slap together and they call it music? Yeah, you gotta. Sometimes down the road we have to really be honest about it. Yeah. But that's my opinion on it.
What do you think? There's enough originality? Do you think?
No, in certain genres, it has originality. Right. I believe. Yeah. When it comes to hip hop used to be an art. Yeah. It used to be an art. Yes. So that means it was people who did rap, but they just sounded different. They had different perspectives. Yeah. They had things like that. Even though they might have like the same type of beats, but the messages and things were different. Even the cadence of the words was different, and just different. Yeah. But nowadays, hip hop is a trend. Yes. So that means if it's not hot, then it's not gonna sell. Yeah. That's just what it is. Yeah, right. Now, some people. Now, the thing is, that's why I say it's a pro and con to it, because a lot of people say, well, we gotta do something commercial, to stay relevant. Okay, that's fine. And then some people they want to go against the grain. and say, no, I'm not going commercial. I'm not going to sound like Travis Scott and But you have to understand too that being a musician, being a person who creates music, you have to truly understand and get this in your mind and in your soul that you are a servant.
Yeah, definitely.
You
have to serve.
You have to serve. We serve the people.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, on your own, you have to accommodate them on your own time. You can do your own type of thing. I mean, it all depends on where your career is. Yeah. If your career is truly satisfying people and you have, deadlines to meet, budgets and satisfy labels and label mates and all this other stuff, so do what you need to do to sell the music, or not, or don't do it at all. But if you're doing something on your own and you have your own agenda, your own thing, you're going at your own pace, experiment, go against the grain all day long. Just do you. Yeah. But certain people like labels and stuff, they got jobs to do. Yeah. They got people to feed. You know what I'm saying? They got employees. They got to make the quota. They got employees. They're just the politics. Yeah. That's just what it is.
So do you see music? I guess I pretty much know the answer to this, but do you see it like evolving more, or do you see it staying more the same, or what do you see?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, because I believe that like we all know, history repeats itself, just in different, different centuries and different times. Yeah.
I see it forever changing.
I see it forever changing.
But also going back to what you said.
Yeah, it's always going to go.
Yeah,
it's always going to go back somewhere. Mm-hmm. There's nothing new up under the sun.
Because people are always going to reminisce.
They're going to reminisce and go back. Yeah, right. because you have to kind of like how I kind of see it, and how I noticed it was when around like 2011. It was 2012, something like that. Beats productions was slower. They were like doing like halftime beats.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like like real slow beats.
Oh yeah, I got
like trap beats. Mm-hmm. As I said it, they're doing trap beats. And that was the thing for years. It was the thing, but now currently like a few years, the beats starting to getting a little faster now. Yeah. But like those type of beats were like back in like 2005. Yeah. 150 BPMs, 160 BPMs, stuff like that was back in 2008, 2009. Things like that. And things start slowing down. Now they're going back to 150 BPMs, 160. So it all repeats itself. Yeah. I believe it really all repeats itself, man. But people believe that if you do something different or try to do something weird, that they call it creative. Mm. They call it. It's all.
It could be.
It's all subjective. Because I can do anything in the studio right now and do some crazy stuff, and I can call it creative, or I'm just doing something just to call to be different.
Yeah, I mean, it's a two-edged sword of what you just said.
Exactly.
Because it could be creative, but their creative might not be yours, and yours might not be theirs.
And that's true though. But the thing is, it's like how I see it is, if somebody say, "Oh, I'm trying to be different," that means why do you have to try to be something that you should already be? Yeah.
We're all unique.
We're all unique in our ways. We all hear music differently. We all hear things different. So in order for you to say, I want to be different, that means you're trying to mimic something to be different. Yeah. You truly are. So I mean, some people say, I'm going to be different. I'm going to use autotune on my vocals. Autotune's being used already. What else? Right. What else can you do with autotune?
It's nothing really.
What else can you? Or some people say, well, I'm going to use autotune and I'm going to put a flanger on it and I'm going to do that. You're still using autotune.
Right. Yeah. You're just probably using it a different way.
You're using it a different way. I mean, it's not really.
Right.
But I'm just.
It's already been done.
It's already been done.
Everything is the same under the sun.
Everything is the same under the sun. But there are some people when I hear a person say, I want to be creative. Being creative is, to me, is like saying, I'm gonna get the tools that I already have, the tools that's already been used,
right?
But I'm gonna use it in a different way. But I want to use it the way that I hear it.
Yeah.
You know, I want to use it the way that I hear it.
Yeah.
You know, some people might use auto-tune in the wrong key. But if you make it sound good, I don't know how you're gonna do it. But if you make it sound good,
I mean, it's possible because we talking about auto-tune.
I know that's what I'm saying.
First, we didn't even have rappers that use auto-tune.
Exactly. But my whole thing is saying, like, if you can make the music sound good,
yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you can make the music sound good,
that's it.
By doing something backwards with it or whatever tools you got, and you can make it sound good, that's creative.
Yeah, it is. It's very creative, you know.
That's creative, man. But like I said, people do stuff like do weird stuff and just say it's creative and it sounds like garbage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like